Hello and welcome to PostHog-LLM. This is a modified and extended version of PostHog to work with LLM applications. And in this video, we're going to see a few use cases of how we can use this tool to get some insights from LLM text interactions between users and agents. I already have some events loaded up, as you can see, called LLM tasks. Let's open up one of these. Each of these tasks represents an interaction between a user and an agent. So we can see here some built-in properties from PostHog, such as city name, country name, postal code. This is from their GYP plugin. We also have other labels, text labels, such as toxicity, indicating if the user or the agent is toxic. We have also labels for the emotions and the flow labels. As you can see here, agent flow, user flow. This is a very interesting label, as we will show you. The agent label and user flow labels, they basically detect common events in the dialogue, such as an apology from the agent when it makes a mistake because the user complains, refusals as well from the agent for something that the user might ask to be inappropriate, for example, and the agent just refuses to answer the user. So let's go to the insights page and start plotting some graphs and try to get some insights from our data. And the first graph I will show you is, for example, the trend for the numbers of users by country. So let's select here LLM tasks. The countings are by users. Let's select the date range for 90 days, and let's make a breakdown by country name. And let's remove grouping the smaller countries. And well, let's see, there's too many countries. If there is a trend, there is no specific trend going on. We can change to a line chart to see the top 3 countries. And in this case, we have United States with 2K users in the last 90 days. Then we have United Kingdom with 500, and then we have Germany for a total of 7,000 new users in the last 3 months. Then we have, we can see, for example, the most used coding languages, and for that, I'm going to change this to a line chart. Let's keep 90 days, and let's remove the breakdown and make sure CodeLang exists. CodeLang exists, or is set in this case, and let's make a breakdown for that same property. And as you can see here, too many languages again, but you can see that Python sits on the top. It's the most frequent used language in our data, followed by JavaScript and Bash script. And again, there is no trend visible here. If there was a specific trend going on, this will be the right graph to plot and see that trend. We can go inside one of these data points. For example, we can go inside JavaScript and see, for example, a dialog for this user. Not only you can see the tasks with the input and the output, but you can also see the full dialog history. And here you can see in this dialog for this conversation, you have access. You can see here one instance of the JavaScript. For example, here as well, you have access to the agent using code language, JavaScript language. Let's change this to another graph. For example, let's say that we want to track user toxicity over time. So we want to track user toxicity over time. Let's look up for the tab for this property, user toxic. We want to make sure it is set. Let's remove the breakdown again, and let's see, for example, for the last 30 days, here we can see that the trend is going down for the user toxicity on this date range. And again, we can go inside one of these conversations, for example, and see examples where the user is toxic. Again, we have the tasks and we have the conversation, the session, and you can see here such example of toxic behavior from the user. And this is one of the new features that PostHog-LLM introduces in comparison to the original PostHog, which is the ability to visualize tasks and dialogues in the insights page. And finally, I'm going to show you another graph about the flow labels. As I said before, the flow labels are about specific patterns that happen in the dialogues. For example, we can see for the agent. Let's see for the agent. Let's make sure this label exists. Agent flow, let's make sure it exists, and then let's add a breakdown for this label. Agent flow, and let's see, for example, for the last 90 days. Let's remove the other label. We don't care about it. It's irrelevant. And we can see again the trend for all the labels for the agent. And we can see there is no trend here again. But we can see that the most common label for the agent is agent limited capabilities, which happens when a user asks for something such as a web search and the agent cannot do such task because it does not have the capabilities. We also see agent apology for some error that the user complained about. We have no information, image limitations, which happens when a user asks for the agent to draw an image and the agent cannot draw image. And we also can check, for example, for the user as well. Let's change this. Let's add the filter for the user, sorry. And as we can see, let's try set user flow. It uses different labels. Let's remove this label. We don't care, again, for the same time range. And we could see the top three labels here are continue, finish code, or more listing expand. Continue, for example, happens when the user tells the agent to generate more examples or to keep going the conversation. We also have continue or finish code, which is when the user asks the agent to keep writing the code because in the previous interaction the code that the agent wrote might not be complete. And we have plenty more examples of other interactions. For example, user wants more details, which is, as it's self-explanatory. The user wants a more detailed response from the agent, and these are the top three labels that we can see here in our data. So these are some examples I wanted to show you in this video using PostHog-LLM in the Trends tab. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And check out the video description if you want to try PostHog-LLM yourself. See you in the next video.